Hey guys, it's Mr. Hale here again, coming at you from my garage of scientific wonders and other mysteries. And I've got another.
Daddy, I'm thirsty.
Hold on, guys. I'm sorry, what?
I'm thirsty.
Well, why are you thirsty?
Because I'm thirsty.
You're thirsty, you've been playing hard. Well, here,
Yeah.
you want a drink of water?
Yes, please.
Oh, look at this. I just happen to have a glass right here, Logan. Let me set that right there for you. Okay. Is that?
Yeah.
Don't tell your mom I'm letting you use a glass. I got this water earlier today. I think that looks pretty good, doesn't it? Mmm, how yummy. Here you go. There you go.
Yeah.
You don't want that?
Daddy, I don't want to drink this.
Well, why not?
Because it looks gross.
Well, it's water. You said you were thirsty and you wanted some water.
Yeah, that's not water.
It is water. It's just really dirty water. So what you're saying is you don't want to drink dirty water?
No.
Oh, well, why not?
Because it's dirty?
And kind of gross and could probably make you sick, right?
Yeah, so why did you give me it?
Because, Logan, it's part of the funny start to our video. Now, guys, last week we were talking about water treatment plants and things like that. And we even actually made sediment tubes in another video. And I've got one here, and I kind of shook it up a little bit accidentally when I was bringing it over. But before I did, it was actually really, really clear on top. And I was going to show you today how you can make your own water filter to take pretty ugly water like this. And this is just water that I made dirty by mixing it with a bunch of rocks and dirt and sand and stuff just to trick Logan here. But so what we're going to do though is we're going to make a water filter. And like I always say, I like to do stuff with materials that we have laying around the house, something that you can do yourself with adult supervision. Again, like I always say, if you are going to try any of these things at home, number one, you need adult supervision. Number two, you need to have permission. And adult supervision does not mean that you are hanging out with your brother or sister who's in 8th grade helping you do it. That is not adult supervision. All righty? All right, so let's get the materials ready here. All right, so we have our materials ready, but the most important material anytime you're doing an experiment or a demonstration is, of course, proper safety equipment. And today, really all we're going to need are our safety glasses. Logan, take us through what we have here to start.
So the first material that we're going to use is pea gravel.
Okay, we have pea gravel. And what's that?
And then we have this, which is called carbon. And then our last, this one is just like normal sand. And then this one is called fine sand.
Fine sand. We also have 2 cut up 2-liter bottles that we're going to need for this. I saved this for a fun thing I'm going to do later. But we need to cut up 2 2-liter bottles so that we have a big collection tank and a filter cartridge. All right, so the first thing we're going to, we also have some cut up paper towels, some rubber bands, and an old t-shirt that I cut up. It was your mom's, don't tell her. All right, no, I'm kidding. So the first thing I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to have Logan, if she would hold this for me. You're going to need that. You're going to need those pieces of t-shirt. So let's lay those flat on top of each other. I'm going to take a paper towel, and I'm going to push it down to the inside of here. And I want it to be so that it is just to the end of the opening here like this, okay? This is going to create an extra little bit of filtering for us to help catch any other dirt particles and things like that. Now, Logan, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 more. After experimenting with this, I've kind of figured out how to really get the water pretty clean. I'm going to take 2 more paper towels and put them on there. Now, Logan, if you could help me, I'm going to hold this right here like this. I'm going to get that out of the way.
So do I need these green?
Yep, grab me the 2 pieces of t-shirt and just set it over the end of there, just like that.
Like that?
Yep, that's perfect. Okay. Then I'm going to take a rubber band, and I'm going to wrap this rubber band around here a couple times to really make sure all this holds on here. Hopefully you guys can see what I did there. Good. All right, so I've done all that. I'm going to go ahead and put 1 more rubber band on here just to get some of our extra material up out of the way.
And you do not want it like falling off during the video.
That's true. We would not want this to fall off. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead, just to make it easy, I'm going to set this upside down inside of my collection tank. All right, let me get this set up so it looks pretty decent. Great. All right, so hopefully you can see that. Now, Logan, what I'm going to ask you to do here is I'm going to ask you to take this. I'm going to ask you to pour all of this super fine sand into there for me. Can you do that? Go
Yeah,
ahead.
this is like nice white sand.
Yeah,
it's not like normal at the beach sand.
Well, it depends on which beach you go to, I think.
Yeah.
And we're going to level that out. You see how that's nice and level in there?
Mm-hmm.
Now, Logan, I'm going to the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to come in here with this carbon. I'm going to do that.
Yeah, I don't
cover
want
your
my
nose while you're doing that for me, please. Now, guys, if you are doing this for real at home, you would not want to probably drink the water that comes out of here because I'm not using activated carbon. If you wanted to do this for real to make an actual filter that gets rid of toxins, you'd want to use activated carbon. All I've done here is just taken and ground up some natural lump wood charcoal. So this isn't something, this will get a lot of stuff out, but it will not get everything out. So if you're going to try to do this, you definitely want to boil it after filtering it. All right, now Logan, let's go ahead and gently drop some sand in there. Yeah, let me help you out here. We can go a little bit faster. All right, good. So a little more. All right, so you can see here that we put the rest of the materials in. Logan, tell us again what we put in here, please.
So the first one that we put in, just to go back, we put in the fine sand, and then we put in the carbon, and then we put in like real beach sand. I don't know, like
play sand. It was play sand.
Play sand, and then we have pea gravel.
Pea gravel, right? So you know what we're ready to do now, Logan?
What?
We're ready to filter our water. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our
water.
You sure you don't want to drink before?
Oh,
okay, just making sure.
That looks like a dirty wine. And I do not. And I'm
Logan. All right, thank you. So I'm going to put that in there, and I'm going to add a little bit more to it. I'm going to go ahead and top it up here a little bit, and we're going to see what happens here. That's some pretty yucky looking water.
But when it comes out, it looks like really clean.
It should, right?
Yeah, but then it surprises you.
All righty.
And it's
okay. All right, guys, so we've been letting this sit for just a couple minutes, and it's starting to drip pretty nicely. And what you can see, what I really want you to notice here is I'm going to move this up closer to the camera. I want you to see how dirty that water is up here.
And then it's going down like through all the other dirty stuff, and it's weird because it's turning like cleaner through that.
Right. So what's happening, Logan just said it's kind of weird because this dirty water is going through all of stuff that seems like it should be dirty, right?
Yeah, that is.
But it's coming out cleaner. The reason that's happening, guys, is really simple. All of these particles in here are catching the big things. It's taken the organic matter such as bugs and plants and whatever kinds of things that find their way into the water, the big particles. In the rocks, the pea gravel is catching the big stuff. That cleans the water a little bit. Then it goes through that layer of coarse play sand, which traps some of the smaller particles that may have gotten through the rock. Then it gets down to the carbon, which is pretty fine stuff. And that traps even more stuff and even takes some of the toxins and stuff out of it. Then we get down to the very, very bottom, which is that fine layer of pure silica sand. And what that is doing is that is taking the smallest and tiniest little particles out of it that we can. And it leaves us with pretty clean looking water. Now, that's still not something that I would want to put into my body. So I wouldn't drink this. Now, if I were in a desperate situation where, I was getting dehydrated or something, maybe I would. But even then, I would not do this at home. Don't drink this water. If I were in that survival situation, I'd try to find a way to purify that water a little bit more with some things like iodine or boiling the water. Best would be to boil the water to sterilize it. And that'll kill all the bad stuff in it that could make you sick. But hey, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you try it at home. As always, if you do this stuff, man, shoot me an email or a text or a picture through Google Classroom or however you want to do it. Send me some pictures of what you're doing. And in the meantime, stay home, stay healthy, and stay safe. Hail family out.
Bye.
Bye.